So if it's confusing for now, don't worry, we'll get there. But if there's anything I want you to take away today, it's the first story I'm going to tell, and I'll keep alluding to it throughout the talk. And it's this concept of occupied time versus unoccupied time. And it's a story of Houston Airport. So Houston Airport had this huge pain point in that their passengers would complain for the time it would take for them to receive their luggage when the plane had landed. And the complaints were really, really high. So what they did was they come up with a solution of optimizing the process of getting luggage to the passengers as quickly as possible. They spent millions on doing this. They improved the process, they hired more people, employed more tech, but then, guess what happened? Oh, and they got it down to 7 minutes, which is quite short, right? But people still complained. If you can see the guy's face going, that's what UX design, what more do you want? So they thought, how about we reframe the problem? Like, you've optimized to the point where 7 minutes is really short. And you'll see this, again, when you're optimizing your websites. The more you optimize at a certain point, you will actually be degrading the experience. So what can you do? Well, if you reframe the problem, it's not necessarily the speed of the bags. It's the waiting that's annoying, right? So they thought, OK, how can we make the wait shorter? So what they started doing is parking the plane further away from the terminal, and complaints dropped to 0. Because if you're using these friction points, you're hacking the perception, and therefore people think, oh my God, my bag's here already. It's very evil, but it works. So it's like 7 minutes, right? So unoccupied time, an idle mind, time slows down to a crawl, and we'll show some research about that. But if you fill it with something, suddenly everything feels really fast. So again, one story to remember. This is great at dinner parties. Everyone always laughs, so you know. See, it works. Worked again. I'll stop now. Right.